Okay, right, it's moving. It's on Monday. It's kind of it's still wet and windy here on the Kapiti coast. Now today I'm going to be making this card. Now I had a bit of a I couldn't quite decide what I would do today because I didn't have it written down in my diary, and I wanted to use the branching out dies, which have got a nesting die part of it, so large to small, and there's a few other things there. So I used these two here. And I also wanted to do this technique I learnt from the Creativity Cave, and it's just putting inkpad colours onto a plastic surface and spritzing it, and then catching it with the some watercolour paper and letting it dry. So this is what it looked like at the end. So every time you do this, it comes out slightly different. So we'll see what happens today. And what I usually do is start with a lighter colours. Now if you've got the ink refillers, you might be able to use that as well. So I'm using Daffodil Delight, Melon Mumbo and Coastal Cabana. Right, you can see there, just slightly off, just push it forward a bit. And Coastal Cabana. So I'm just dotting it on the edge here. Probably would actually be easier with ink refills, because then you don't have to do this sort of patting down, having to avoid mixing up the ink pads. So what you do next is get your spritzer. So these come in a pack of 2, and you just spray it onto the surface here. Now make sure you're not doing it on a surface that is going to get spoiled, so I put lots of paper underneath here, and then just let it run together a little bit. And next step is to put your watercolor paper on here and get it all over as much as you possibly can. Just a little bit there that's not got anything on it. Let's do this side here too. Alrighty, I'll just put that over there. Okay, so as we are doing this on video, I'm going to dry this out a little bit. So I've just going to pat it a little bit with the paper towel, and then I'm going to dry it with the heat machine. Okay, so I've got it on. Turn it on at the wall, otherwise it won't go. And there we go. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to dry, but give it a good going over while you're watching. It's drying out quite good. Now it's got quite a line there, so I'm just thinking I might just fix that up a little bit so it's not so delineation there. Ooh, that's looking good. So here we go. I'll put it down first. Usually I'd leave this just to dry naturally. And I'd put a large block on it so it didn't bow. Okay, that seems to be enough there. So I get my smaller of the two dies and I'm going to go and cut it out. It'll just be a sec. Now I've got a little bit of a, I'm not quite happy with this bit here. I'm going to see if I can fix it up. Let's push it over again. That's looking a bit better. And I'll just dry that off. So the watercolour paper I'm using is the Fluid 100. That's the one that Stampin' Up puts out. It's quite a fine paper compared to some of the other watercolour papers that I've got here. So that looks like it's doing pretty good. I'm just going to put a block on it while I'm mucking around with the other stuff. I'm going to put these stamp pads away. I guess I'm going to I'll show you what I'm going to use the sentiment from Branching Out stamp set, and I'm going to use this here. It's called the Rustic Centerpiece. So it's got several different designs. One's more sort of Christmassy. This is a succulent and a sunflower. So I've done the sunflower one as well. I might show you if I can find it. I can't find it at the moment. I really enjoyed making that. Because sometimes you buy stamp pads and you sort of don't get their worth out of it, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you might do one or two things that you really like and then you sort of lose interest in it. And then later on you pick it up and you do it again. You sort of find a new lease of life with that particular stamp set. Alright, so I'm going to use Memento Black. And I'm just going to do the stamping in black. There's no other extras to it, like DSP or anything like that. Now, when I did this one here, I just got a slight overhang on the thing there. You can see there that it's all black around the edge, so I'm just going to get rid of that because I know I am notorious for. So we just need to just lightly put it on top there. Oops. And then just check that you've got, see I haven't got it on that side there. There we go. Now it's all on that side. So I'm just going to turn it sideways so I can get it in the position that I want. And what I did when I was having a bit of a practice with it, I put it on the lines here, and then it's the flat that help to get it in the right place. Okay, we are ready, and we're going to go down. Whoops, it did not come off very well. Okay, so I tell you what, I'm going to do it again, just so you get another piece here that I've got. That was definitely not a good job at stamping. Just shut that lid for a bit. Yeah, these things happen. Okay, so I'm going to try and spritz this again and see if I can get some of this off here. Like I was saying before, every different card you make with this technique is different. Let's see something on there. I don't know what that is. I'm just catching all that sort of accent colours there just to complete it, and I'm going to dry it out again. Hopefully this time it will work. Here we go. It's drying off quite quickly. And then it's, oh, see that's going down again, so it's going the opposite way. So we'll make that do. And I will cut it out again. Okay, now I was thinking that I might actually, no, I won't be able to use the stamping platform because there's not a big enough shape on it. So I'm going to try that again and see if I can make a better job with it this time. I'll just clean this off because I've got stuff all over it. Right, let's hope it goes better this time. I might have to put up with having that thing around the side. Okay, let's try this. I'm just seeing where that is. It's on the inside of that. Just press down, and it's a lot better. I mean, it's not ultra deep colour, but it's better than the last time. So I'm just going to clean that off. It's the thing about the rubber stamps, sometimes they've got an edge around it, and some people cut that off a little bit so it doesn't interfere with the stamping. And so now I'm going to put the happy birthday stamp on. Oops. I'm just going to try it out first. Yep, it's looking good. And just put it up here. Presto. It's better. Now that other coloured one here had a greater intensity to it. This one's a little bit pale. But we'll work with that. Now I have to decide what background I'm going to put on it, what base card. So we've got Melon Mumbo here, and we've got sort of pinky over the side here. So I'm going to try a few different colours. So we'll do the Melon Mumbo first and see what that looks like with that as the background. Not too bad. And I've also cut out another die cut to do the background there. I mean, that's not too bad. So I'm just looking at Coastal Cabana. Will that look better? Let's give it a go. What do you think about that? I think I like that better than the Melon Mumbo, but there's also, there's Daffodil Delight, but it's gone a bit sort of a different hue. So I'm going to see if I can find Crushed Curry. Where are you? I used it this morning and now I can't find it. Let me see. It should be. Oh, I can't find it. Just a minute. Sometimes I'm looking at it and I still can't see it. So, Crushed Curry, where are you? Not there. Oh, there she is. Okay, let's try Crushed Curry and see what that looks like. I'm quite happy with that Coastal Cabana one. I don't know. I think maybe the Crushed Curry is just a little bit too bright. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like the Crushed Curry on that. What else could we try? When I did it before, I did it on pumpkin pie, but there's not much orange tones in it at the moment. So you know what? I'm going to do it on Coastal Cabana. That's what I'm going to do. Right, cut. Oh boy, made a bit of a mess here. I have got that dribbles all over my cutting trimmer. Ooh. Right, and where's my knife? Well, you know, sometimes things don't go as you plan. But, so I'm going to cut this. This is an A4 size, and I'm going to cut it at 14.9. This is the size that I make my card bases. And I'm just going to fold it over and crease it. Alright, find some way to put that trimmer that's not going to get wet. So I'm just going to crease along the edge of that. Now I've got some little sticky uppy bits from the cutting blade, because when you cut from the top it always leaves a, I don't know what you call it. I think I heard someone calling it bruising around there. So if you just press down lightly with your bone boulder, just about forgot what the name of it was, and then I'm going to stick this on with dimensionals. It's funny how you quite often forget what things are called when you're doing a video. But anyway, here we go. just going to pop it onto the black background, and it sort of makes a little frame around it. Sorry, just one more to get off. And I'm just going to go over top of it and just lock down and get it in the middle. There we go. All right, and on the back we'll put some glue. Okay, so just remember not to put it too close to the edge. On this one here, it was the inside bit that I got too close to the edge, and the glue oozed out. Right, so looking down, trying to get it as straight as possible. Have another look at it. That looks pretty good. And squish it down. And I'm going to put something on the inside. So I keep one of those plastic sleeves for my inners. So I've got a whole lot cut out with very vanilla and white, so they're all ready to go. I'm just going to cut this one down a little bit. To make it 9.5 by 13.9, I think it will be. So it's the same amount around each side. And I'm just going to press these down here too. They're looking a bit ugly. And put this inside. And when I originally did it, I did it on a bigger piece of the water effect, on a bigger piece of watercolour paper, so I had a little bit of extra left over. I don't think I've got it this time. I'll just have a check. Put it in like that. I might be able to put something in there. It's a very short. Do I like it like that? I don't, so I'm not going to put it on. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, and last of all, we'll put some pearl dots on. That's what they're called. Flat pearls. These are the 2025-2027 in colours. So what shall I put on? I might actually put some slushy strawberry slush and Timber Tiger. Alright, so big one, small one, and I just put strawberry slush on it, will I? No. Down here. You know what? I'm going to put a few more on, and let's do it like this. Here we go. It's a bit overindulged with the pearls, but anyway, that's how it's ended up being. So it's pretty cool. It's very, very simple. And as I said, you know, each time you do it, you get a different effect on the watercolour. So look, very, very cool. So give it a go. Don't be afraid. And tell me how you get on. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm just about to do the Wednesday video. And we'll see you then.